Very good morning, students. So, first in your introduction classes, it was explained about what all you are going to study in your 11th standard physics. So, in that, the first chapter is about measurement. But I think the last week class, where scope of physics was taught, scope of physics says that where all, in which all departments, or in all with how physics related with all the other sciences, or why studying physics is important where it relates to the other branch of science, and in which we came to know about certain quantities, physical quantities, and then you had fundamental quantities and derived quantities. Why this measurement is important in physics is that physics is all about laws. You study about lot of laws, but how you can define a law is that it's all fact, it's all facts, but once only when it proves, it is called as a law. So to prove something, you need to do some experiment, and then there will be lot of calculations done, and then you need to measure. So for that only you studied about some fundamental quantities and derived quantities, which was explained in last class. So now fundamental quantities, how many fundamental quantities are there? It's not 3, now it's 7 that you have come across. In that, basic quantities are 3 only. Basically those 3 quantities are always the same: length, mass and time. Now how to move on with measurements of length. What is length? How you can define length? Length is nothing but distance between any 2 points in space. Even in your mathematics you would have studied about ray. Ray is nothing but you just draw arrow mark on both the sides. So that says that distance between any 2 points in the space is just what is called as length. And we know that its SI unit is meter. But actually this length varies in widely ranged sizes. Macro, something called as macroscope. You know what is macro? Macro is always where n number of particles are there. You consider it to be a large particle. That is what is called as macro system. Micro always says it is very small. Examples for this large objects are when you study about stars, galaxy, all these length when you measure, those are called as macro system. And this micro is nothing but where it is all length of molecule, proton, neutrons and all such things. Okay children, understood? And this is definition of length, unit, and what are the various sizes that you have in length. Now coming on to measurement. Okay, so what are the various methods through which it is found out? In fact, this distance varies like 10 power minus 12 to 1 astronomical unit. Astronomical unit is a large distance that you use. All such things we will see in the next class. Now today only about these two methods. This method, direct method, is where if the range is between 10 power minus 5 meters to 10 power 2 meters. What is this 10 power 2 meters? Kilometers. And 10 power minus 5, in your 10th standard you would have studied about something called as screw gauge, which is below than 1 millimeter, which is less than 1 millimeter, you can use screw gauge. Which is less than 1 centimeter, you can use vernier caliper. Then meter scale, the ordinary meter scale, where it can measure up to 1 millimeter. It can measure up to 1 millimeter, where you can use a meter scale. So these all were direct methods. Directly you find out. Directly you take a meter scale, one point and the other point, then you write the distance directly. The next method is triangulation. This is something new to you, triangulation. triangulation, where you would have come across this when road is laid, or when some height of a tree is going to be measured from a long distance, from somewhat longer distance. What do they do is, if there is a height of tree to be found, where the tree is at some angle theta from the ground, from the earth, that tree is at some theta value, then I need to find out what is the height of it. X is nothing but the man who stands there and the distance till the tree is, that is x. So h will be equal to x into tan theta. That will give you, if it is more than 1 kilometer, lesser than 10 kilometers, wherein you can use this triangulation method. The next method, which is parallax method. Parallax method is used for a very large distance. Suppose it can be of an moon. If you need to find out the distance of the moon from the earth, in those conditions I will use parallax method. Wherein this parallel says there are two, correct? So two eyes, but I am going to use only one eye and view the image of it and find out the distance. That is what is this parallax method is. So what is that parallax method? Is nothing but the shift in the position of an object when viewed with two eyes. You are going to view with two eyes, two person. In fact, here one person, here another person also may be there. Okay, keeping one eye closed at a time. So suppose this is earth and this is moon. I need to find out x value. I know what is the distance between these 2 points B, and if I could find out the theta value, then this theta will be equal to B by x. This is nothing but where you have studied your length of an arc. Length of an arc, where theta will be equal to this opposite by adjacent. The same. So x is nothing but the distance between the moon and the earth, which is x is equal to B by theta. So that is how, for if it is going to be a very large distance, you have one method called as parallax method, another method called as radar. So to find very large distances, one method which is parallax method, another method which is radar method. But radar method, where some frequencies are used, some radio waves are used, like that we find out the length. Okay, that I will teach you in the next class. So today it is up to parallax method that you have learnt, and I will also forward you some animation videos to you so that it is even more easier for you to understand, students. Thank you.